Vinadini. Mrinalini, am I audible?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Start. Able to hear my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning to all the respected dignitaries, esteemed speakers, faculty members, and of course, dear participants. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to the online faculty development program organized by our Department of Pharmaceutical Analysis, KVSR Siddhartha College of Pharmaceutical Sciences. I request T. Sarada Mrunalini to initiate the program with a prayer song.
Thank you, ma'am. వందనం వందనం గిరినందిని ప్రియనందన వందనం వందనం ముని బృంద హృదయాశ్చందన వందనం కరివదన కరుణ సతతముగమి పాదములకు వందనం వందనం కరివదన కరుణ సతతమీ పద పాదములకు వందనం వందనం గిరినందిని ప్రియనందన వందనం వందనం ముని బృంద హృదయాశ్చందన
It's my great pleasure to welcome you all here. About our college, KVSR College of Pharmaceutical Sciences is a prestigious institution known for its commitment to excellence in pharmaceutical education, research, and professional training. The institution offers a wide spectrum of programs, including B Pharmacy, PharmaD, M Pharmacy, with specializations in pharmaceutics, pharmaceutical analysis, and regulatory affairs. And of course, PhD programs too, catering to the evolving needs of the pharmaceutical industry and healthcare sector. We are proud to share that our Siddhartha Academy of General and Technical Education has recently celebrated its Golden Jubilee, 50 years of academic excellence. On this occasion, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to the management for their continuous support and vision in shaping the institution. About the Department of Pharmaceutical Analysis is one of the most advanced departments in the institution, equipped with sophisticated analytical instruments such as HPLC, FTIR, and UV visible spectrophotometers. In addition, through our collaboration with Accurate Labs, a NABL accredited facility located within the same campus, we have access to advanced instrumentation, including ICP AES, GC, GCMS, and of course, latest extraction techniques. This collaboration provides a valuable opportunity for students and faculty to undertake research activities, particularly in our pharma area, and of course in food and water analysis also. The department ensures strong practical exposure and promotes research-oriented learning. Our students are given valuable opportunities to undertake internships at reputed organizations such as IICT, enhancing their technical expertise. We are proud to highlight the achievements of our faculty and students. The department has received recognition through research contributions, recently MSME funded grant. Our students have excellent placement opportunities in pharmaceutical industries. Recently, 3 students of our department placed in organizations such as Ryland Nutraceutical, particularly in R&D laboratories, reflecting our strong industry connections. This faculty development program is organized in accordance with the Pharmacy Council of India's revised curriculum, focusing on artificial intelligence, medical handling,
ఇప్పుడు ఎగ్జామ్ ఉంది కదా 11 కి
innovative
ఇప్పుడు
teaching
అడగండి ఇప్పుడు ఎలా
methodologies.
అడుగుతారు చూడండి మరి ఫాస్ట్ గా చేయండి 15 minutes
Before we begin the session, I
వాళ్ళకి
request all the
ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ ఎగ్జామ్ మీకు
participants
ఇప్పుడే ఎగ్జామ్
to kindly fill out the
వాళ్ళకి థియరీ ఎగ్జామ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ ల్యాబ్ ఎలానే అయిపోద్ది థియరీ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ వాళ్ళకి చూసుకోండి ఫాస్ట్ గా
I request, excuse me, I request organizing team kindly mute
Yes,
all
ma'am.
other participants. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
ఫాస్ట్ గా 2 minutes లో రాసి
మ్యామ్ ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగండి. మీరు ఎక్కడ ఉన్నారో మ్యామ్ ఇప్పుడు మీరు అన్మ్యూట్ చేసి మాట్లాడండి.
Before we begin the session, I request the participants to kindly fill out the Google form that has been shared with you. This questionnaire is intended to understand your current knowledge regarding artificial intelligence in pharmaceutical sciences and AI-based teaching methodologies. Kindly complete and submit the form by today evening. Before we proceed further, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our respected principal and head of the department, Professor A. Sunita ma'am, for her constant guidance and support in organizing this program. We also extend our heartfelt thanks to all the respected speakers for kindly accepting our invitation and agreeing to deliver these valuable sessions. Now, I humbly request our respected principal, Professor A. Sunita ma'am, to kindly deliver the opening remarks. Ma'am, we request you to address the gathering.
Yes, thank you, Vijaya. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah. Good morning to all the distinguished speakers, faculty members, research scholars, industry professionals, and other delegates joining us from various institutions across the country. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this faculty development program on AI and data science in pharmacy education, teaching strategies and practical applications organized by the Department of Pharmaceutical Analysis, KVSR Siddhartha College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Vijayawada. I extend a warm welcome to today's speaker, Dr. D. Lakshmi Garu, Associate Professor, VIT Bhopal. The main objective of this 1 week faculty development program is to impart knowledge on artificial intelligence, data science, Python in pharmacy. Artificial intelligence and data science are rapidly transforming every aspect of healthcare and pharmaceutical sciences, from drug discovery and development to personalized medicine, clinical decision making, and healthcare analytics. These technologies are redefining the future of pharmacy, practice, and education. As educators and innovators, it is our responsibility to stay abreast of these emerging technologies and equip our students with the skills required for the evolving pharmaceutical landscape. The FDP has carefully designed to provide participants with both conceptual understanding and practical exposure to key areas such as AI-driven drug discovery, generative AI, and AI integrated teaching methodologies. The expert sessions delivered by eminent academicians and industry professionals will offer valuable insights into the latest developments and applications of these technologies. I am confident that this 1 week faculty development program will enhance the knowledge, skills, and professional competencies of all participants and inspire innovative approaches to teaching, learning, and research in pharmacy education. I sincerely thank the resource persons for accepting our invitation and sharing their expertise. I also appreciate the efforts of the organizing committee, Dr. M. Vijayalakshmi, Ms. Sarada Mrinalini, Mrs. K. Jyoti, and all other faculty members of KVSR Siddhartha College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, whose dedication has made this program possible. I encourage all participants to actively engage in the sessions, interact with the experts, and make the best use of this learning opportunity. With these words, I formally inaugurate the faculty development program on AI and data science in pharmacy education. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to introduce Dr. Lakshmi D. Garu, who is our today's speaker. She is presently designated as a Senior Associate Professor in the School of Computing Science, Engineering, and Artificial Intelligence and Assistant Director at the Center for Innovation in Teaching and Learning at VIT Bhopal. From 2016 to 21, she served as an educational research officer at Vishnu Educational Development and Innovation Center, Sri Vishnu Educational Society, Hyderabad. She has 26 years of teaching experience. She received Publication Star Award for 2 consecutive years. She has delivered innumerable guest lectures, invited as a keynote speaker in several international conferences. She has conducted many FDPs, including faculty members from CERD, SWAYAM, DST, AICTE, MHRD, ATAL, ISTE, Madhya Pradesh government sponsored Malviya Mission Teaching Training, and JNTU, NIT Varangal, etc. She has delivered 18 presentations at international conferences and has authored over 100 plus publications in international journals and book chapters. 35 patents have been granted at the national and international levels. One of her papers is indexed in the WHO database. She received 2 awards like Kamal Sharma Award of Academic Excellence in the year 2022 from Lexicon Group of Institutions, Pune, for engaged pedagogies from the virtual ceremony. She also received Bharat Academic Excellence Uttama Adhyapika Award from Braino Vision. She acted as an spoke for Kavach and the Smart India Hackathon in the last 4 editions. With this brief introduction, I thank Dr. Lakshmi D. Garu for accepting our invitation and being with us today. It's our privilege to have such an expert with us. Without further delay, I now invite Lakshmi D. Garu to take over the session and share your valuable expertise with us. Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, professors. Thank you, ma'am, for your kind introduction and welcoming note. Thank you, ma'am, for setting the right tone for this session by the HOD, Sunita Garu. Thank you, everyone. I thank the organizing committee for starting this session on time. Usually, inauguration would extend more than 5-10 minutes, then I may not able to cover up. So I'm thanking for everything for well organizing, and I would like to share my screen, then I can start. Hope so it is visible. The screen is visible.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
now, yes, I will be proceeding with.
Yes.
Yeah. First and foremost, the arrangement of this workshop session is first Python, then AI. But I would like to feel if participants has adequate amount of theoretical background about AI, then we can go with Python. Today there are two sessions, one morning, one is in the morning, one is in the afternoon. I would like to go with the polling, which one we can start, theory now, practical afternoon, or practical now or theory afternoon, is the first question. I would like to start start with this question with the participant. You can raise your hand or give your opinion in the chat window. First and foremost, I would like to confirm, is the screen is visible, audio is comfortable, or should I change anything? Yeah, theory first. Okay, theory now. Okay, fine. Okay, two member have expressed their opinion. Then depending upon the rest of the members' opinion, maybe in 1 or 2 minutes I would be starting. I would like to have your what to say? Am I audible? Comfortable audio is comfortable.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, madam.
Yeah,
Yes.
fine. Theory first. So as of
Madam,
now,
madam, one more thing I wanted to bring it
yes, ma'am.
to your
Yes,
kind notice, that we all are
yes, ma'am.
pharmacy
Yes, ma'am.
professionals. We don't have a basic knowledge on AI or ML or
Ma'am,
Python.
that is where
The
I am
thing is,
here. Very
yeah,
keen. Like I can say that minimum
mhm,
of 8th standard qualification is enough to attend my session. So 8th
that's
standard is more than sufficient. Whatever may
good.
be your graduation, your expertise, it doesn't require. Is it okay to proceed with the introduction of AI in that level? Is it fine, ma'am?
Yes, 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 because
Fine.
yeah,
Yes,
this is recently introduced as per new
yes,
PCI syllabus. So
yes,
we
ma'am.
thought
Yes,
of conducting this program.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I understand, ma'am.
please
Okay,
proceed.
we shall proceed. The
Yes, yes.
first and foremost, this is the material I would be starting, and everything I will be explaining. Like as I said, 8th standard is the eligibility, or 10th standard. 10th standard level eligibility is my expectation. That's it. Nothing more is required. Easily anyone can able to interpret what I am trying to tell. This is the material I am sharing. You can preserve this material, either file, make a copy, or download Microsoft Word. If you are downloading it, it will be in the hard disk. Making a copy, it will be in your now what to say, your Google Drive, in the cloud platform. Anywhere, anytime you can access it. Download, it will be in the hard disk. It doesn't matter. Right now, please preserve the link. That is sufficient. Now, first and foremost, we need to start with, these are all the, up to this is the material I would like to cover today. So what are all the way pharmaceutical industry can work with the data, and when it is required, how it is required. So for that, first, what is data we need to start with. So just I am writing, one of the data point I'm writing, just notes. This is session notes. I'm trying to keep that session notes. Later on, I will delete or I will change. Now I am writing that, now 49, I am writing. What is this 49? No one knows. So this 49 is just a number. So if you look at the mathematical perspective, it is said to be an integer. It is integer, or mathematically whole number, we used to say. But this is my age. So this age is represented. How it is represented? We need to have row and column name. So that column name will be age. Row name will be my name. My name or my number, my ID, whatever it is, this is what it is represented. This, in this way only we represent the data. So this is called data. So data can be integer or text or float. Float means, just yesterday I weighed my body weight in the weighing machine. It was showing 62, 61.8. So this what it is. Nobody knows what it is. It is weight. So unless otherwise I spell out, we cannot able to understand what does it mean. So it is giving 80 kg. This is one of the AI tool I have installed. Automatically it understands the context and it will write. It is called hyperwrite. So hyperwrite is the tool. I am using it. So using this, it understands the context. Whatever I type, whatever I am using the document, so it starts understanding the context. Automatically it refills. We no need even type that sentence. Sometimes it may be wrong. Sometimes it may be beyond what we expect. Sometimes it will be appropriate. But this is the tool. You can also install. It is free of cost. So hyperwrite and hyperwrite for Chrome. So Chrome activity it will be there. In between, I am introducing one of the tool file. Now coming back to data. This is called data, text. So whenever we call text, yeah, especially it is a string. String is called text. String is a data type. Text is a colloquial word. Text, what it will have, something like symptoms, something like a paragraph about sentiment, about the feedback of this workshop, about the feedback of the material, whatever we say in a English form or in a paragraph form, in a sentence form, that can be treated as a text. So that also can be one part of the data. Text can be, I can write that it is a feedback, or it's a review, or it's a symptom, or it's a description about the medicine, whatever it is. So this is text. There is another data, it is called categorical. Categorical, although looks like a text, but it is treated as, see, gender. I have not even written, automatically it is showing. So gender, this is what I was keeping it in my mind, male, female, other gender. So it is categorical. Although we write in terms of text, or although it is treated as string, it cannot be treated in the form of text. It can be treated only in the form of categorical. In the machine learning world, this is the first point we all may need to learn. Rest all as such we deal. 49 age as such, weight 61.8, my gender female, all we will treat. But here it is said to be a categorical. Categorical in the sense we need to use category 1, 2, 3. For example, Excel, small, medium, large, XL, double XL, and so on will go. This is also categorical. So when I want to measure represent my t-shirt size, so I need to represent either one of this form. So it is said to be a categorical. Most of the data will be in the form of categorical. Even in your medication system, you will be choosing categorical. So sometime this medicine may be suitable for female, this dose level may be suitable for male, this dose level is suitable only for kids, something like that. You will be representing the dosage level and the appropriate participant or appropriate audience. So that is also categorical. So majorly we use integer, float, categorical, text. Majorly, maybe whatever I'm missing, date is one of the primary data type we use to represent in the data, and months, and month usually it will be in the form of integer or float. So only these are all the data we will be using it in any of the circumstances. So this is to start with data. When we need to use machine learning, why we are using machine learning? When the data is of 5 patients information or 10 students information or 25 dose information, easily, manually, we can calculate, we can take decision, we can summarize, we can analyze, we can talk about it. But when the data becomes voluminous, 1,000 prescription you may need to analyze, 1,000 patients data you may need to analyze, or 1 lakh patients data you may need to analyze, 1 lakh sales transaction of that medicine industry you need to analyze, which medicine highly sold out you need to analyze, which audience group highly purchased that you need to analyze, so many things. Then drug interaction and patient protein and drug protein interaction. So there are several protein, then protein interaction. These all will be voluminous in size. Human cannot deal with manual activities or with limited Excel activities. It is very difficult. Even statistics fails. Statistics, when it will be powerful, when the data points are less than 50, less than 30, less than maximum of less than 60 or 100. Beyond 100, statistics is not the advisable tool to analyze the data. Then the machine learning comes into the picture. Why it is said to be machine learning? Machine starts learning the patterns from the data. Machine starts helping us predicting the future occurrences or future instances. That is why it is called machine learning. So in the machine learning, ML definition. So I am trying to tell very informal way, formal definition, thousands of definition available. You can use AI to learn the definition or internet, you can learn it. But to understand easily by anyone, I'm giving this definition. It is a marriage between or alchemy between data versus mathematics. That's it. So you may ask, there is a coding, there is a language, Python. Then what is the meaning of that? Language is a binding matter. Binding. What is binding? See, you may know so many information in your brain. Unless otherwise you write it on a paper or spell out, we may not able to understand what you think. What is your expectation? What do you want to convey to the audience? What do you want to teach to students? What do you want to communicate with your family member? No one can able to understand. So your thought process is the powerful mathematics or whatever we can call. So how you can complete or express your thought processes only through language. That's all. But it doesn't mean that language is more powerful. Your thought, the way you think, the way you are expressing, that matters a lot rather than the language which you speak. Similarly, in a computer science or in the data science world or data analytics or AI world, language is secondary. Language is not at all a matter. Similarly, any language, you may use Python, you may use MATLAB, you may use R language, or you may use Java. There are several set of language, Julia. There are so many languages people are using it for AI implementation. Anyone has the freedom to choose their own, what to say, like interested language. Predominantly, Python is used, predominantly, widely across the globe. If you take the statistics of using this AI with the programming language is Python combination. AI means Python. It's a kind of synonyms people have created. That's all. You can do AI programming in any language. Now, what is ML is? It's a binding or it is a kind of interaction or alchemy, interaction or marriage ceremony. I'm telling that marriage ceremony, I'm telling alchemy between data and the mathematics. That's all. That is called machine learning. Data is a driving force or primary fuel to the AI. Without data, AI cannot work at all. It is not possible. AI starts learning the pattern from the data. See, we the human being also we starts learning. Suppose 100 students, you are continuously teaching to them for 3-4 semesters. Then you will know about each and every student absolutely. Who will be spontaneously answering? Who will be lacking of concentration? Who will be showing misbehavior in the class, who will be showing resistance to learn, who can learn well, who is having curiosity, who is having high grasping power, who is calculating faster. Everything you were able to talk about that 100 students. How is it possible? Your brain being a teacher constantly communicating or constantly observing that 100 students, you are becoming capable of answering or capable of judging about them, capable of talking about your students. It is like that. So constantly when we look at 100 students, you can, you will be capable of describing about them much better than them also. You may able to observe and talk about them being a teacher. Similarly, data, through data, machine is learning. Directly machine cannot learn, only through mathematics. So just to honor the computer, we are telling machine learning. Actually, mathematics learning only we should tell. Mathematics only learning. That M stands for mathematics in my opinion. But people, the entire globe, people are celebrating. It is called as, people are calling it as machine learning. I call it as mathematical learning or mathematics learning, something like that only I wanted to say. That's all. So this is the definition for, to start with, machine learning is a combination of data and mathematics. If one is not existing, another one will become meaningless. Both has to be available. Now these two are informed to the machine using language. That's all. Language is helpful to communicate to the computer by the human being or by the programmer. That's all. Our language becomes a binding agent between the human and the machine. That's it. So that language is helping to patch the data, patch the mathematics, and inform to the machine why we are depending on machine. So the moment we call machine learning, flops, people used to call flops, number of floating point operations per second, it will be tremendous. So approximately to say, especially ChatGPT, LLM, generative AI, agentic AI, in these operations, flops will become millions, not thousands. Initial 10 years ago, whatever that machine learning or AI people started working, those days we used to call 1,000 flops, 1,000 floating point operations per second. What is the floating point operation? Nothing to worry. Although mathematics for complex integration, vector algebra, linear algebra are used within this machine learning world. At end, it will be addition, subtraction, that fundamental multiplication, subtraction, multiplication, power function, power 10 to the power of 7, something like that. Log, see, automatically it is filling. Log, sine, cos, tan, expression, a tan, that's all. With this much only will be there. So if I press hyperwrite, may write something also, not required. Only end of the day, this is what going to happen within the computer. Micro level operation, final operation. Superficially, it is a mathematical equation. It may be a bigger equation or eigenvalue, eigenvector, matrix decomposition, matrix transpose, matrix multiplication, whatever. So that would be a higher level mathematics, rudimentary level. Finally, machine is dictated to calculate. It will be in the form of addition, subtraction, multiplication, power. That's all. Log, exponentiation, sine, cos, tan. That's it. Nothing more will be there. So it is further, even power, even this is higher level. Finally, division. That's all. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division is the only operation happening. Even the sine, cos also finally converted to in this form only. That's all. So now, what is machine learning? It is a alchemy between data and mathematics, or it is an interaction between data and mathematics. So we, for exploring the data, analyzing the data is ready to speak. Are you ready to listen? So that is a kind of proverb I wanted to start with. How data is speaking, how we know. So when how data is ready to speak, if you want to understand, through mathematics only it is possible to understand. So that we need to bind between data and mathematics. This alchemy between data and mathematics is termed as machine learning. There is a language is in need or necessary to make a binding between data, mathematics, human ideas or human thought, human expertise to the machine. Our own expertise, mathematics one part, data one part, or human. That is where computer science is emerged, right? So beyond these all, certain logic, certain idea, certain way of approach also should be there. It is not purely scientific. So machine learning is art plus science. What is science? That mathematics, whenever we are using, that is science. It is fixed. The way we do integration, when you do or when I do, it will be similar. Art is different. What technique we can apply? Thousands of algorithms available. Thousands of algorithms. Which one to pick? Which one to pick? Cleaning the data, how to do? It is art. Similarly, thousands of formulas also available, right? Thousands of patterns will emerge. Say automatically it is telling thousands of problems we can solve. So this is what. So thousands of solutions we can produce for a single question. So automatically HyperWrite is helping. It understands the way I am speaking. Maybe it may be listening also through audio note. I don't know. So machine learning is art and science. SCIENC, science. So this science part easily anyone can learn. Even 1 month of effort constantly, if you appear for data science workshop, free workshops, whenever you appear, you keep watching YouTube, you can able to pick up in 1 to 3 months, you can be termed as expert of machine learning, fine. But real time problem solving, when you become expert, when you are appointed, when you are hired to solve the real-time problem, is you should become artistic. This artistic is intuitive sense should be there, which algorithm, which data to be done, and how data can be collected, how data can be validated, how data can be cleaned, how data can be transformed. That I will come one by one. So these all, there are several techniques. Each and every step there are several techniques. See, when you want to get involved with your son or daughter's marriage, if you don't have son or daughter, you wanted to get involved with that marriage committee or that marriage team for your relatives or nephew's marriage. So there are 1,000 ways you can do marriage, right? Within at home itself you can do marriage, resort you can do marriage, or you can do with the marriage hall you can do, or you can put a shed like a VIP marriage will be shed have been created, because none of the marriage hall will be capable of accommodating that crowd. So there are thousands of ways you can do a marriage. Simple marriage you can do in a temple. You can invite only close relatives, or you can go to directly register office and registration you can do. No need to invite anyone. Officially it is recorded you are married. Thousands of ways you can do marriage, right? Then people will be sitting and gossiping. Why she have done? Why that caterer not? Why that mahal? Right? That is the option, right? So that is artistic. How you do? What way decoration? What kind of budget? Sari? How you purchase? How much creativity you put in that marriage ceremony? How you are pleasing the audience? How you are pleasing that bride and groom? This is all up to your creativity. People usually say that money matters, right? Whatever. But creativity is artistic. So science fixed. There are certain thing always it's fixed. That is science. So that's all. Art of science and art mix of art and science is called machine learning. Data and mathematics is called alchemy. And there are several thousands of formulas available, thousands of algorithms available. Which one to pick? How to blend? How which pattern you want to identify? What is the problem statement is mandating? That pattern we may need to identify. Then thousands of problems, thousands of solutions may exist. That's all. This is what introduction I wanted to start with. Let us start. Number one, the moment we wanted to work with data science, all are interchangeable word. No need to bother about the difference between what is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, what is deep learning, what is data science, what is data analytics. These all not necessary right now to understand the precise definition at all are one, more or less all are one only in my opinion. Nothing to worry about the precise definition, because you are not going to apply for data scientist post, exclusive post. You will be integrating the part of data analytics into your pharmaceutical education or into your research. That's it. That level is more than sufficient. Nothing to confuse with the definition. That is waste of time in my opinion. Now coming to the first point, in the field of data science, any work has come to your desk. How to start? We need to collect the data, read the data, understand the data format. So the data can be supplied using Excel or CSV, comma separated view. CSV is more or less, it looks like a Excel file. Internally to the machine, it is separated as a comma. Whereas in the Excel, row and column representation. What is row and column? Suppose all of our information I want to tabulate it. That is row and column matter. Name of the faculty who are all attending now, age of the faculty who are all attending, and gender of the faculty who are all attending, which institution of the faculty, which department of the each and everyone's department, each and everyone's city, each and everyone's state, each and everyone salary, each and everyone's experience, each and whatever we want, we can tabulate it, right? So that is called Excel. Row and column manner. Directly, suppose one of the participant randomly I'm picking, I want to know the age of that person. Directly we can search their name in the row, and the age column I can look at, and what is represented in that data, that I can able to understand. That is called row and column manner, Excel. SQL, structured query language. So this is also one type of data. JSON and BSON, JavaScript object notation, key value pair. So this is for web analytics, web transaction, web data analytics, JSON and BSON. Other than that, for you, mostly it is not required. XML, mostly this also structured data. What is this JSON, XML? These two only I'm explaining. SQL is what? The way we are, I wanted to record into the database about every participant detail. Their name, age, department, which institution, which state, something like that I want to store. That whenever I am feeding the data to the database, it is structured query language is used. Then that is structured data that also available in the form of row and column. Every participant detail I will be injecting. Next I will be injecting. End of the day, when I want to see all of the detail, it will be available in the form of Excel. That's it, row and column manner. Whereas JSON, BSON, XML, how it will be available is web transaction on the web. See, just a simple scenario you can assume. You are purchasing one cloth, this suit I purchased through Amazon only. So if I want to purchase this suit on Amazon, I need to pay money. Amazon may use different bankers, different SQL database setup, different language, different UI, entirely different. We cannot ask question. What is the database you are using? What is the bank you are using? We cannot ask question. Similarly, Amazon, no need to ask question. I may use any bank. You may use any other bank. Thousands of banks available within our Indian nation itself. How I am telling thousands of bank, debit card, credit card, Paytm, GPay, so many methods you are using, no? So that's all of those methods together. I'm telling thousands of methods available. Thousands of banks, Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, Karur Vysya Bank, Corporation Bank, thousands of banks again available. So all of the each and every bank will use different languages, different way of storing. So no one can ask question to another vendor. So automatically data should be seated in their database, because our money is deducted. 800 rupees, this silver suit I purchased, 800 rupees deducted from my Indian bank account. It is deposited to the Amazon bank. So this is something like that. So for that, the information is transferred on the internet in the form of key value pair. What is key value? Is name of the customer, name of the customer, Lakshmi. Date of purchase, today's date, or this purchase 1 year ago, that date. Amount of the purchase, this time of this purchase, this. So key value, bank account number, this. Amount deducted, this. Transaction ID, this. So key value, title, value will be sent across the internet. Now that opposite person's bank need to decode name of the customer, transaction ID, account number, type of the bank, and the transaction time, transaction date, something like this. City, these all, it has to be decoded from key value pair and has to be stored into their database. This is how multiple servers, multiple transaction, e-commerce business is happening. Every information, each and every information, whichever we transmit on the internet, will be available in the form of key value. In fact, our own email will be available in the form of key value. Subject, to, from, and footer, and body of the message, something like that. It will be transmitted on the internet in different element, not the way we are looking at the email in a single piece. It will be into multiple pieces. Every piece will have its own header or its own key. That is called key value pair. Text file. Whenever symptom, pathological report you want to analyze, you want to clean the pathological report, or you wanted to extract pathological information, all of the pathological report will be in the form of too many information, right? It will be in the form of text. So whatever bilirubin, this range to this range, the patient, this is this positive, negative, it will be in the form of text information. Although numerical, it will be in the written report. So that has to be cleaned, analyzed, that has to be extracted, that has to be converted into structured data. Pathological report will be in the document. It will be in the PDF form. It will be in the X-ray report, whatever. It will be in the document. One file, one patient file, or electronic health record you may call. So one patient health record, that record, what part you wanted to extract, you need to target that information. After extraction, where you want to store, how you want to store, that analysis can be said as text file. So that is text file. So here, rows are otherwise called instances or observation or record. Whenever you are started learning formally machine learning, deep learning projects or textbook, or you are attending a session, people will call it as, instead of row, no one will call row, but actually it is row. all of the expert will pronounce it as instance observation record. What is row? My one patient number 1 detail. Suppose oncology department maintaining thousands of patients record whomever visited to that hospital. Then oncology means what? The study of cancer, curing, prevention, and whatever the post analysis or treatment methodology, patient's health condition, something like that. They are analyzing, working onto the cancer related matter can be called as oncology, right? So in that case, people will tell or call it as instances, observation or record. That's all. One patient information can be said as instance. We used to call casually row. Look at row number 10. Row number 10 is yesterday's patient. Row number 11 is a chemotherapy patient. Something like that we call. That's all. Whatever. Then this is the way people are calling. Similarly, column. Column, how people are. One Excel sheet I can open and show you. Any data we can understand. Doesn't matter. So my own students' data is also available. Now I will open. Yeah. So students' data, that internal mark data. Actually, it is not ethical to show, but let it be. It's not a matter, right? So this is what? This is a row and column matter. This is row, column. This is called as column. This is called as row. That's it. This is called as row. Now, this is instance observation record I'm telling, whereas this column is said to be an attribute. See, this is an attribute, remark is an attribute, name is an attribute, register number is an attribute. That's all. So this is said to be an attribute. So that people will call it as an attribute. What are all the other way people are calling? Here, independent variable, dependent variable. Usually they call it as attribute. That word I didn't write. Other than that, everything else is there. Parameter, features, variable, attribute. These are all the 4 ways they will call. Within that, 2 different categories. Independent variable, dependent variable. Usually, this people need to understand whenever they are stepping into data science. Independent and dependent. I will make you to understand with a simple example. Independent variable or attribute or parameter dependent. Now let us come with an example. There are 2 parameters, ice cream sale and temperature. Only these 2 are relationship. Which is dependent, which is independent? Can anyone say? I want to take only the scenario, ice cream sale and temperature. Nothing more I wanted to tell you. Can anyone say? Which
I think temperature
is
is an
dependent, which
independent
is
variable.
independent? Temperature is independent variable. There is one big question is there. One of the professor, Aravi Kumar has texted. I will come back and I will read it because I'm not reading. It will take 1 or 2 minutes. I will come back and read and answer. So dependent. Now people are telling ice cream sale is dependent. Absolutely right. Why? Because temperature is rising, falling, not dependent on ice cream. Ice cream sale only. Similarly, another example, another scenario I want to create. That's all. Now you learned what is dependent, what is independent. Ice cream sale is dependent on the temperature. That's all. So here I want to give temperature. Another scenario I want to tell. Study hours and marks. Roll number 1 is sitting and studying for 2 hours per day. The CGPA or the average pass percentage is 86. Roll number 2 is sitting and studying for 4 hours. Something like that. Study hours and another one is marks. Which is dependent, which is independent. Now I want to know from this study hours and marks. These 2 only I want to say. Yeah, study is depend. No. Mark is dependent on study hours. Mark is dependent on study hours. Now, mark is dependent. Study hours is independent. Hope so. Mark only depends on study hours. More and more I put my effort, I will be scoring better and better. Something like that. So now I'm asking. So for example, I'm asking experience and salary or designation. Which is dependent, which is independent? Salary and experience. That's only these two variables let us take. Yeah, fantastic. Now salary and experience. Which is dependent? Which is dependent variable? Salary. Fantastic. So salary is given, of course, based on profile qualification. Earlier era, it was fixed, right? Your salary was dependent on experience. Nowadays, it is entirely changed. The landscape is changed. Your profile, doctorate, and how many research, something. Leave that all. Usually, experience is considered for the promotion or designation or for the salary. That's all. So now nothing more is to be given as an theoretical, not required. Theory will confuse you. This you fix in your mind, any one you fix. Enough. Ice cream, temperature, marks, study hours, salary, experience. Any one thing you can remember to understand what is dependent, independent. So in this scenario, usually dependent variable always single. Dependent variable will be single. Independent variable is multivariate. People use this word. Other colloquially, very unprofessionally, I'm telling single. It is said to be univariate. That's all. One single variable means univariate. Multiple variable means multivariate. That's all. So independent variable can be called as variables, whereas dependent cannot be called as variables. That's all. This is one thumb rule, because only one thing we want to predict based on several things. That's all. For example, being a teacher, we want to predict students' performance before even the results is published. Because depending upon that prediction, we want to give them the coaching. First sample test you may be doing, or midterm one. That time itself, easily we can predict who can pass, who can fail, out of being a teacher experience, right? So it is like that. It is not depending upon only the study hours. For example, we have considered mark score is depending upon their IQ, mark score is depending upon their study hours, mark score is depending upon several factors, their past history, 10th standard, how they were performing, their plus 2, how they were performing, the entrance, how they were performing. All together, it influences the impact of the current score, something like that. You can able to understand. Similarly, disease is dependent. Disease, yes or not. There is one tumor. The tumor is cancerous tumor or non-cancerous. Medically, you people call it as benign and malignant. Leave it. Generally, everyone can understand with these two words: cancerous tumor, non-cancerous tumor. That's it. So, be it cancerous or non-cancerous, just one word only you will declare finally. This patient has a cancerous tumor. This patient does not have a cancerous tumor. That's all you will declare. After paying that much amount to diagnostic, so many methods, you will tell only that word: cancerous tumor, non-cancer. But this is dependent variable. Be it cancer or non-cancer, it depends on so many factors. That is, those all are independent. What you will call: do you have BP? Do you have sugar? Do you have alcoholic habit? Do you have smoking habit? What is your BMI? Do you sleep regularly? Are you eating excessively? What do you eat? Vegetarian, non-vegetarian? So many questions you will ask, right? What is the report history, genetic report? Any one of your family member, do they possess cancer? Or anyone have come across the cancer? You will ask so many questions. What does it mean? These all are independent, but for the cancer, these are dependent. That cancer is dependent on these 10 questions: smoker, alcoholist, excessively eating, non-veg, veg, do you do exercise or not, what is your body weight, do you have BP, or do you have sugar, or do you have hereditary history in your family? You will ask thousands of questions, right? What are all those? Those are all independent. What for you are investigating these all? For the cancer dependent. That to say that one word you have a cancer, these are all the factors influencing. So many also. I am telling, being a computer science expert, I am telling some variable. You may look at into biological aspects. You may look at into RBC level, you may look at into pathology report, that all secondary. So independent variable can be any number. Dependent variable will be only one. So that one mind you may need to fix in your mind right now, one concept. Independent can be multiple things. Even to say diabetic 1, 2, type 1, type 2, type 3, or do you have diabetic or not? Diabetic is only one that depends on several factors. Your stress level, sleeping habit, eating habit, hereditary habit, thousands, a lot of things you will keep asking the questions, right? Because that diabetic is the only one word, depends on several factors. So independent can be multiple, dependent can be single. That's all finally. So otherwise it is called response variable, Y variable, X variables, parameter, features, predictor variable. These are all the words people will use. Finally, nothing to be afraid. If you understood, if you are clear now what is dependent, what is independent, that is more than sufficient. Now, next aspect is data cleaning, data pre-processing. Now, coming to the point, if you are lucky, the cleaned data, especially on the internet, whatever the data you are fetching, I will show you the data sources in the afternoon session. You can take any of the data for your experimental aspects. That will be mostly cleaned data. People will take effort and clean it, and they will publish it in the public repository for the benefit of researchers or academicians or students. That will be mostly cleaned. When you are taking from the raw data from the hospital directly, see, every pharma industry casually you will be having tie-ups with minimum of 10 to 20 clinics, right? 10 to 20 hospitals, right? Every hospital, they will maintain data in the haphazard form. They will put patient number, patient ID. Rest all they will not clean, they will not put it in the appropriate form. They will just dump. Whenever that patient revisits, they search for that patient ID and they will retrieve the data, and the human or the physicians, experts, they can understand, they can able to recollect who is the patient, what is it. Then they are connecting and working on it. When you want to work such kind of primary data, AIMS project, or if you want to work with ICMR, they may be asking for real-time data, primary data. In that case, 100% you will have haphazard data, multi-source data. We may need to collect multi-sources, we may need to integrate. That is the first step. Next, we may need to handle missing values. Missing value in the sense, for example, I don't want to talk about my hereditary information, or I may not be knowing about my family details.
Notice.
I
Prior
request the
notice.
host
I don't
to
know how many
mute
months
them
they will ask.
or give me co-host. I will handle them. I know how to handle them. So give me co-host, or you please take it. So now,
Then submit here.
Ravishankar,
I am not sure about my
So only they kept the cooking, I understood.
I'm not sure about my hereditary information or my family history, or I don't want to tell to the that.
Out of station.
Uh, Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I
Excuse
am
me, I'm sorry
unmute.
for the interruption.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
If you
Once allow
submit
me
now,
to
you
mute all the
write
participants,
today's date.
and then
Otherwise it will
you
be
can
late.
unmute
Understood?
yourself
The
and
date they
start
will
the session
consider.
again.
Like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Second.
Yeah, I am unmuting now. In that case, suppose I don't want to reveal my family history, or I may not be knowing it, then missing value will be available. How to handle the missing value? Hypothetically, we may not able to fill it up, right? So how to handle scientifically?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes.
unmuted. We need to call them. Missing value is one of the biggest challenge. Please understand. God, unmuting is the biggest job now. So handling the missing value is the biggest job. Especially medical field, missing value, we may need to be we may need to carefully fill it up. Sensibly, we need to fill it up. Other department, e-commerce or academics, easily we can handle that. But in medical field, we may need to handle with care. So it is again art and science mixed. Art of handling missing values. Maybe half an hour to 1 hour we need to discuss about it. But I'm just sensitizing. Missing value is unavoidable. That is number one. Some information about some patient may be missing. When you are modeling the data modeling is the first stage before AI. That is what I am discussing right now, data modeling. So in the data modeling, missing value, first data integration, multiple source data may be available. We may need to integrate. Or you may be doing some research on oncology or cancer. Then you may need to integrate primary data of 5 to 10 hospitals. Every hospital may supply with you the 100 data or 200 patients record or 1000 patients record. When we are using AI means huge data is required. Whenever we use AI, huge data point are required. Huge data point means number of rows. Number of rows must be more than 1000, more than 2000, more than 10,000, more than 1 lakh. More and more the data, more and more versatility of the data, better the learning will happen, better the prediction will happen. So that we need to collect data from multiple sources. Then we may need to integrate. That is first step. Second step, we need to clean the data. In the cleaning of the data, first step is missing value imputation. People will call it as missing value imputation. There is nothing. Filling the missing value. How to handle the missing value is said to be imputation. It is a technical term, nothing more. Missing value, imputation. Imputation is otherwise filling. Colloquially, I'm telling filling. That's all. Technical word like a multivariate, univariate, it is called imputation. So we may need to use several techniques. Nowadays, AI can give in a single click. I am using this pharmacology data, or this patient record, or this disease analysis. These are all the fields are missing. How to handle the missing value? AI will do it for you. AI can give you the suggestion. Earlier, it is very difficult. We need to read 10 to 20 articles. We need to think and we need to take decision. Nowadays, AI will give, nothing to worry about it. Handling missing value is the first. Next, unwanted column removal. For example, study related matter, I want to include religion. Do you think that religion will be impactful? There are complete Muslim countries and Christian countries. India is a country mixed religion, right? Nothing to do with religion. Suppose you are the top performer, not necessarily you should be the Muslim person. You are the worst performer, not necessarily you should be the Christian. You are the moderate performer, not necessarily you will be the Hindu. That is unnecessary, unwanted column, religion. Whenever you are analyzing about students' progress or students' performance, religion is immaterial. It is like that. One example I'm telling. We need to understand what are all the available information or attributes available, which are what is your problem statement. For this problem statement, really this column or this data is necessary or this information is necessary. We need to have investigation directly or indirectly. If it communicates about something, then we can include, otherwise not required. See, for example, ice cream eating. When you will eat ice cream, one is temperature, another one is festival. So festival, yes or no, festival, yes or no, that like something like that we can fill, or name of the festival we can fill. Whereas ice cream eating, I want to include a religion. How religion is helpful for ice cream eating? That is unwanted, right? We may need to remove that. So now we need to understand the problem statement. We need to understand each and every attribute, how many attributes are available, what is the background of that attribute, is this attribute is relevant to the data or not. Finally, what is attribute? I will tell you. Suppose I am asking or someone is asking about to describe about me. Someone want to marry me. I am married, just for example, I'm telling. Someone want to marry me. So they are coming and asking you, is it possible for you to describe you to give the direction to them? You can't, right? You should know so many attributes. You should know my caste, you should know my religion, you should know my mother tongue, and you should know my what to say, my temperament, you should know my family income, you should know my family background. Then only you can recommend to someone whether they can marry me or not. Because more and more attribute is expected to have the explanation. Attribute means what? Explanation. Suppose if you know about my income, that is directly helping to guide the person who want to marry me. If you want to know about my eating pattern, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, that is also directly helping you to explain. Data science, will it help you to suggest that guy to marry me or not? Tell me. The way of explaining the data science, will it help you to recommend to someone to marry me or not? Not at all, right? So that is irrelevant, unwanted column, because the context is marriage or not inviting me as a resource person to another data science workshop. Please understand. This is how you need to understand the problem statement. You need to understand all of the information attributes available, which one can explain for the predictability, which one cannot explain for the predictability. The variable which are all not possible to explain about the problem, solving a problem, need to be removed. That is called unwanted column removal. Look at explainability. What is explainability? How I am speaking, the way of speaking English, will it help to marry or not? See, now what marriage is the problem or context. This is the context. For this context, what are all will be helping for explainability? Please understand this very important word, explainability, in the world of machine learning or AI. I'm explaining like 10th standard only. Nothing I'm talking like a formal. Explainability means more and more variable we need to add. That variable will be helping for the prediction. That is called explainability. Now for marriage, anyone maybe imagine my own marriage. Already married, just for example I'm taking. So what you should know about to recommend me to someone to marry, or your own friend you are recommending to marry? Primarily you should know income, right? My food pattern, veg or non-veg. Then caste you may be looking at, my mother tongue you may be looking at, right? Without knowing that language, how can I marriage? Religion you may look at, mainly age you need to know. 49 years age you will not marry, right? Educational qualification you should know. Occupation, this is multivariate, it is talking differently. Now these all are explainability. Rather, do I teach well or not? Teach well or not? Look at, people are describing about my teaching style. 100 feedback I am having. Do you record that feedback for marrying the person? Not at all, right? Rather, you can explore the temperament, whether the person is adjustable, adaptable, or jovial, or angry person, serious person, sincere person, hardworking person. That all will be helping you. Do we teach well or not? How it is helpful to you? For marrying a person, how it is helpful? Now I need to delete this data because it is irrelevant. It is not helping me to predict. So I'm searching for strike through, nowhere available. Insert format. Strike through. So this is irrelevant. This is called unwanted column removal. Suppose you want to hire me, then this is the biggest question. Please understand. Now, instead of marriage, I'm changing hiring process. You want to hire to your institution. You want to hire to your office or to your business. Now, my income is not required. My food habit is not required. Caste, these all not important. Maybe age and educational qualification, my occupation, my temperament may be important. But primarily, this is highly important. Do I teach well or not? You may get the point what I am trying to tell now. It is a multivariate. Multivariate means so many variables will be available. We need to analyze the problem. What is the problem? Whether you want to marry the person or you want to hire the person. If you want to marry the person, you need to look at different attributes. You want to hire the person, you need to look at different attributes. Rest all you need to eliminate, right? So it is like that. Simi, this is the scenario you may need to understand in order to understand this single line, unwanted column removal. What is a given problem statement? What are all the data available? People will not sit and clean. The moment you ask data to the hospital, I have this funding project, I want to analyze, I want to prepare a drug, or I want to understand the effect of drug, something like that you want to do. They will not sit and clean the data to you. They will dump all the scrape information they will give, and you need to bring, and you need to, they may have multiple treatment they may, that the patient may be having. For the diabetic also, cancer also the person may be having, right? Then you may ignore that diabetic, or you may include also how that drug is interacting. So many way you need to think. In that case, you need to consciously, you need to remove the column if it is highly irrelevant. Data consistency, by mistake, instead of positive value it can be negative value, instead of some value it can be 0, or what is the valid data. Consistency means validity. Is the data range is correct? Is the data is valid? Is the scale is represented appropriately, or something modified? That we need to verify. Data consistency check. Then next is data leakage. That is another concept that I will slightly shift after the dummy variable label encoding. What is dummy variable label encoding? This dummy variable label encoding, the best example, I checked it here. Some information may be available. If it is available, yeah. This is already it is available. Missing value imputation. Numerical features are missing. Different method. Categorical, female, male, blood group A. What are all the blood group? A positive, B positive, O positive, negative, right? That all blood group. These are all categorical. So categorically, if it is missing, how to do? This is one technique that if time permits, we can revisit. Now, another technique I said, dummy variable inclusion or labeling, data labeling. What is the meaning is, female, male, I said, right? Female, male, categorically we need to convert. Only then mathematical formulas can work on the data. Directly female, male cannot be processed with the formulas. So we need to convert. See, in this example, you may able to see or not, human, penguin, octopus, alien are there. So it is called label encoding. Dummy variable is not there. Label encoding. What is label encoding is for all of the humans are replaced by 1. Then penguin is replaced by 2. Octopus is replaced by 3. Alien is replaced by 4. So these are all the 4 categories of information involved in the data set. That is called label encoding. Now, instead of human, penguin, octopus, it has to be like this. Man, in the practical example, female, male, other gender. So 1, 2, 3. Now you can ask, always female must be 1, not necessary. Male also can be 1. It is just a category. 1 category, 2 category, 3 category. That indicates 3 type of people are in this data. Now 4 type of animals are in this. Human is also one of the social animal, right? So these 4 type of mammals also available like that. Now this is called label encoding. Another one is dummy variable. This dummy variable is, I will make one small example with exercise. You will understand by the time. Now see how they are doing is sample. Sample number 1, 2, 3, 4. Now they are giving new title, new column they are creating. For human 1 column, penguin 1 column, octopus 1 column, alien 1 column. So the first row, maybe I am the human person, my data is in this table available. So human will be marked as 1. Rest of the places will be filled with 0. Now this original column will be thrown away, removed. That is called dummy variable. It is very jolly way of doing exercise. Nothing to worry. Now I am telling. See, row number 1, Rani. Rani is one of the person, female. Row number 2, Raja. Raja is one of the person, male. Another one, another Rukmani or Parvati. I am giving another person, Parvati. Parvati is other gender. Oh. Now again, John. I am giving another person. John is a male. Mary is a female. Then one more person I am giving just James. I am giving other gender. That's all. So these are all the 6 people. Now, how to do label encoding? Now, label encoding, I am just doing here, insert. Just to, in this, just let me fit these all the people's name. These are all the 6 people. I can fit one by one. Now, Rani can be female. Female, I am, since first record is female, I am giving 1. Now, second record is male. Now, 2. Third record is other gender, so 3. This is again male. Male, how I have decoded 2. Now I need to decode 2. Now female, how should I decode 1? Other gender, how should I decode 3? Rather, suppose in the table like this available. Parvati is the first person in the table. Now other gender. Now how should I represent? Now, if the person is other gender should be the first, that's all, right? Now, number 1. Next, James. I am copying next person, James. This person is also other gender. Now, how I can encode? 1 only. John. Next, I am in my order, it is available like this. Imagine like this. Now, this person is represented as a male. Now, 2. It is like that. That's all. First come, first serve. Which gender is available in the data, that will be the first. Then it will happen to become 1, 2, 3. That's it. This process is said to be label encoding. Now, another. This is done for the categorical data. Whenever your data is categorical, we must do it. This is because it is converting to numerical. Only then formulas can use it. Now we are going with dummy variable. What is dummy variable? Now, these all will not be helpful. Now, dummy variable, 3 categories only available. Female, any order you can write. Male, then other gender. Now, for here one more column also we need to include, right? Name of the person or record number, left. Now, record number 1, record number, record. Now we no need to tell the name. Record number is the always identity is to be removed. Name will not be helpful for anything. Name will not helpful for prediction in the machine learning world. Name, ID, that is the first thumb rule. Name and ID are unwanted column. Always we need to remove. Nothing we can learn through name and IDs. Our machine cannot learn anything through name and IDs. Now 6 people are available. How I am doing dummy variable? Now look at record number 1, Rani. Rani is a female, so I need to place here 1, rest all 0. This is said to be sparse matrix, 0 and 1 representation. 1 stands for yes, 0 stands for no, something like that. So this is represented. Now second record is Raja, male. Now male becomes 1, rest all are 0. Now third is other gender, 3. Here 1, rest of the column should be 0. Now John, male, 1, 0, 0. Can anyone say for Mary and James how to fill that dummy variable? Now please give this value. Just you can write 001, 100, 110, something like that. Now fifth is Mary, female, James is 0. How to do? What is a combination? I need to fill here these 3 columns. Fantastic, 100. Because Mary is a female, here 1. That's all you learned. What is it? These are Python will do. Instead of redoing, Python will do. James 3. So here 1. So 0, 0. That's all. You have learned it. Label encoding, nothing. As per the order, I have given 1 to female became first, so that I gave 1. Then male became second, I gave second 2. Other gender became third level, then 3. That's all. Whereas here, dummy variable. Now, whenever I am doing dummy variable, the original column I need to replace, remove it. That's all. These all we need to do. So here, missing value imputation techniques, dealing with the missing value, that we will revisit because I'm moving forward. Then we will come back. Now, data leakage. This is very, very advanced level, but it is required in the data cleaning itself, data pre-processing itself. Why? Because this data leakage I have learned from my research paper review comment. Until then, I was not aware what is data leakage. So what is data leakage? It is to be handled during data pre-processing itself. In the world of machine learning, training data and testing data, these two data we need to know. This is primary. Validation data leave right now. So this one more is validation data. Test data, training data. So train always. What is training data is the data set which is used to the machine to train for the prediction. What is prediction? See, what is prediction means? See, you are conducting 5 tests to me. You understand what is my score and performance, my temperament. Main examination, public examination, being a teacher, can't you predict will I pass or fail? Public examination, I have not even written. You have conducted monthly test, you have conducted quarterly exam, you have conducted just half-yearly exam, you have 5 test data report with you. Can't you predict about my temperament? If not perfect mark, you can easily predict will I pass in 10th exam or not, right? It is like that. Unseen data. It will take 10,000 cancer patients, machine will learn. Now, new patient will come to the hospital for the diagnosis. That report, if you feed to the machine, like a doctor, like an expert, like a physician, machine learning algorithm will predict and tell you this patient has cancer or not, diabetic or not, lung cancer or not, kidney cancer or not, brain cancer or not, uterine cancer or not, breast cancer or not. It will predict and tell you. That is called test data. That it is called seen or historical data. Historical means past data. Some 2 years past, 2 years, 2024, 2025, whomever the patients visited the clinic, their data, that is historical or seen data, is said to be training data. Testing data is unseen data that your machine learning algorithm have not seen at all. That is unseen data. That is testing data. These two are highly important. Without this, no machine learning algorithm will happen. In this, what is data leakage? Is the question. What is data leakage is some of the data we may need to do average, we may need to transform, we may need to convert, we may need to handle a mean value, we may need to take a standard deviation value. In that case, we need to first divide the data, then we need to clean the data. Test data separately to be cleaned, train data differently to be cleaned. Or sometimes we may need to do standardization, z-score transformation, min-max transformation. These are all the techniques slowly you will be stepping in. Whenever we do transformation, whole data you cannot consider. In that case, what will happen is data leakage will happen to the testing. Then your accuracy will be misleading. Your prediction will become wrong. Now I will make you to understand simple real world example. Leakage means what? You are telling hint. Today we are going to revisit all of the topic like that you are telling. You will be making certain problem to be solved in the class. What is the meaning? Then student will understand this teacher is scolding us to solve this problem in the class now itself. This may be important question. This question will come for the main exam. You are giving a clue. You are giving leakage. Uniformly you need to explain all the topic. Some topic alone you will give more emphasis, students will understand. So this is important question. This teacher is giving clue. Something like that is leakage, right? You are leaking. Instead of revising the syllabus, you are sitting and leaking because you are not solving any problem. Suddenly you are solving only 3 questions. Suddenly you are asking answers to the students 3 questions. Why that 3 questions you are asking? Something you are leaking to them. You are giving indirect information. It is called leaking. Then what is the use of testing them? Right? Similarly, machine is learning from training data. Testing time, machine need to predict appropriately. Instead of making machine to predict appropriately, you are leaking certain information to the machine algorithm. Then that prediction may be right or wrong. That's why data leakage to be stopped. What is data leakage is completely taking all the data cleaning, transformation, standardization you should not do. You should divide the data into training data, testing data. Whatever the cleaning work we are doing, we need to work cleaning work, data cleaning work separately on the training data. We need to do data cleaning work separately on the testing data. That process is said to be data leakage. Reviewer will be asking the question whenever you are working on data science related publication. How did you handle the data leakage? That question we may need to justify all of the data cleaning process, data transformation, data standardization. We did separately on the training data. We did separately on the testing data. That is the answer we need to give. That's all. So now data leakage is informed. Next, independent variable identification. Data supplier will not tell which is independent, which are all dependent. Data will be available like a record form or Excel form. Being an analyst, we must be in the position to identify which becomes a dependent variable, which are all becomes an independent variable, cultivating our common sense. Through thoroughly common sense, it's not a science. Because what data you are working, what problem you are working, nobody can able to predict, right? So depending upon the problem, we must be in the position to identify which is the dependent variable to this problem, which we wanted to predict, which are all the independent variable. Usually cancer or disease prediction, disease variable is a dependent. For you, there is no big trick. But other field, it will be a trick. It will be a tricky question. So for you, mostly disease, yes or no, rest all will be independent, right? Your pathology report or body mass index value, whatever height, weight, age, smoker, alcoholic, whatever are protein interaction, or multiple disease or historic, whether hereditary disease is available, yes or no, that all will become independent variable. For you, mostly it will be easy, in my opinion. Next, what we need to do is exploratory data analysis or numerical analysis or visual analysis or visual analytics or graphical analysis. These are all the part of syllabus, the revised curriculum. Now, the very first one is descriptive analytics we need to do. What is descriptive? Simple statistical analysis or complex also. Describing about the data is said to be descriptive analytics. How many variables are available? How many records, how many patient records are available? How many attributes are available? What is the mean of this? What is the mean of the age of all of the patient? That mean value will indicate. If the mean of the patient is 40 or mean of the patient is 50, you can understand this disease always exists between the age of 40 to 55 or 45 to 55. That mean will educate us something. You need to find the minimum value, minimum age of that patient record. Then that will give. That is called outlier. One or two people only with the young age, some disease may be getting affected. Rest all will be middle age and senior citizen age. So that is called outlier. Next, we will be looking at outlier reduction. Somewhere it is available. Correlation, remove, it is, no, somewhere it is missing. Outlier is one of the, outlier and influencing point. That how to deal that time I will tell. Now, right now, understand descriptive analysis. Descriptive analysis, mean, standard deviation, variance of that column, where age can be, or BP value, or sugar, sugar level, pulse value, that their pulse, something you will be having a record, right? Every variable, we may need to do a lot of descriptive analytics. Is there any youngsters are there? Is there any child is there in this patient record? Or how many female are there? How many male are there? What is the age group available, the minimum age range to maximum age range? Something like that we need to identify. That all can be said as descriptive analysis. Next, normality check. What is normality check is normal distribution. Normal distribution, hopefully all of you may be knowing, if not also, entire statistical world are machine learning, deep learning, if not entire, 90% of the statistics and machine learning world depends on this bell curve distribution. This is called normal distribution, Gaussian distribution, or bell curve, or data distribution, normality. This is what usually I used to tell this example. In a class, 10%, even if you go to IIT, 10% highly performing student, 10% severely underperform, 10% moderately underperforming, 10%, 20% moderately underperforming, 15%. Rest all average, 60% always will be in the average. So any data point or any circumstance when we take, it will be like this. 10, 15, 50, 15, 10. This level distribution. Expected excellent performance, seriously underperformance. Below expectation, above expectation, meets the expectation. This is called normal distribution. If the data is normally distributed, then that data is suitable for linear regression or numerical prediction. Rest of the places it is not required. Only linear regression or numerical prediction we need to verify whether this data is normally distributed or not. Which data? Dependent variable. Dependent variable, if it is normally distributed, then the prediction will become better. If not, what to do? If that you are analyzing whether it is normally distributed or not. If not, there are 600 plus normalization techniques available. We need to convert it into normalized form, normal distribution or normalized form. That's it. Because in the syllabus, pharmaceutical syllabus, it is given linear regression analysis exclusively. That afternoon I'll be touching upon a little, or now also. So for the linear regression, we need to verify normality check on dependent variable. Imagine 365 days temperature of your own locality you take. You imagine you are running an ice cream shop. 365 days, what is the count of ice cream sale? How many pieces or how much revenue you have taken, how much loss or profit, whatever you want to take. That all 365 days, if you do, your sales value, if you verify normality, normality check can be done visually, normality check can be done statistical. Two methods. Visual means the data you need to go for visual plot. Then it will appear with one diagram. That are one plot or visually one figure. So that you can able to understand the bell curve is existing or not. If it is existing, you are lucky, it is normally distributed. Then you can proceed with your modeling, data modeling or AI modeling or analytics. If not, that variable, you may need to transform it into normal distribution. That technique also you should know. That is purely statistical or mathematical normalization technique. Next is correlation. This correlation, most of you would have understood. If not also, I can simulate it in Excel right in front of you with some data. Already one Excel data is open. Let me use one. This is unwanted data only. I can modify. Now, what is correlation? In this correlation, first column, I'm taking study hours. If study hours and mark is more, see, I am a student, I'm sitting and studying 1 hour per day, I'm scoring 70 marks. There is another student, second student, he is sitting and studying 1.5 hours, but he is scoring 65 marks. Another student sitting and studying 2 hours, that he or she is scoring 80 marks. Then another student is sitting and studying for 0.5 hours, that student is scoring 90 marks. Possible, half an hour studying, maybe high IQ, high grasping power in the class, we don't know. Now 3 hours one student is studying 40 marks. Then 4 hours one student is studying, fail mark. Then another student is sitting and studying 2.5 hours, the mark is something 50 marks. Like this I can do. Minimum I need to have 30 data point in order to find the correlation. Now I am feeling fatigue of generating data. I can give it to the machine. It is doing zigzag. Let it be. So complete zigzag. So now it is bringing like this. Now negative and all it is bringing. Negative mark not at all available. Let me copy paste the same. 1 point, let me copy paste. If I give range, it will give, see, rand between, I can generate data in front of you, is equal to rand between 0 to 5 hours. More than 5 hours, nobody will study, right? Now, one person is studying 5 hours, one person is studying 0 hour, something like that. Now I am changing. Now here is equal to rand between 0 to 100 marks. 1 mark this person is scoring, let it be. Now see, this is the, now I can find correlation. Now 25 points available, yeah, equal to Coral is enough. Correlation between A1 colon A26, comma, B1 colon B26. See, negative correlation, negative moderate correlation, 0.4. Negative means what? Interpretation. Correlation means always it will, the range between 1 to -1. It can be 0 also. So now it is keep on changing. See, in every time, every operation, this data will be changing because I use rand between. That I will tell you. Now it is very, very poor correlation, negative correlation, no relationship, no association between the study hours and the scoring of the marks. Usually it will not be, but it is showing. So correlation, negative also possible, positive also possible, 0 also possible. 0 means no correlation. Negative means negative correlation. Positive means positive correlation. That's all. Now, when the negative correlation will come, one variable is increasing, another variable is reducing. This is called negative correlation. For example, one will increase, another one will decrease. There are several scenarios you can think of it. When the positive correlation will come is, one is increasing, another one is also increasing. One will be reducing, another one will be reducing. The two, only between two variables we can find correlation. Only between two variables. What would be the correlation? High and low, right? Example for low and high. Imagine I am low and low, low and low, low and high. There are several ways available. High and high, high and high. If I am eating, because correlation is one of the important topic in the machine learning or in the statistics also. Imagine low and low when it will come. I started reducing literally in the 5 months, new year onwards, little only I have reduced. I was 67 kg. Now I verified. I came to my native place. Here one weighing machine is there. At my home, no weighing machine. I checked it 61 kg. 2 days before I checked. 67 to 61.6 I have come. 5 kg I have reduced. How I have reduced? My food is reduced low. little only I have reduced, not drastically. Never I will be in fasting. In my life, never I prefer to be in fasting because I cannot bear hunger. That I'll leave, that personal matter. No, I reduced my food little quantity consciously. My weight is also reduced. Imagine 150 faculties are attending. All of us, we are taking resolution from today. Another 6 months, all of us, we want to reduce our food 50 gram, 50 gram, 50 gram every day. Or first 1 month 50 gram, next 1 month 100 gram, next 1 month 150 gram. We want to keep on reducing our food quantity. All of our weight will reduce or not is a question mark. Not necessarily. My body helped me to reduce when I controlled my mouth. It is not necessary. My own sister-in-law is keep on reducing. She's struggling with obese. She's asking, give me tips. She has reduced already drastically her food quantity. She has cut down sugar food. She used to eat sugar a lot and sweet a lot. She has cut down, but not at reduced. We both are in the same process in the past 6 months to 1 month, but for me, the weight is reduced a lot, for her not reduced. Now two variable. Now here the variable one is food, another one is weight. Every week, patient number 1, patient number 2, or a sample, we can call sample, population or sample, right? 4, 5. Now I am taking 150. We all let us take resolution. Now food quantity, what we are eating, we are going to note down. Then what is our weight? Will there is a correlation or not? There may be, not necessarily, no correlation, negative correlation, positive correlation, anything can occur that we cannot fix. The metabolism of the body decides. We cannot decide. We can decide how much to eat, that's all. But weight reduction is decided by the nature or decided by our body metabolism. Then in this case, after this experiment, new year, because now June month, June to December, we all are going to have recordical. What we are eating, what is the weight every month, we are charting it out. Then all of the weight, when we are charting it out, when we find our end of the January month, June month, January month, we all are weighing data, how much weight food we reduced. Then we do, then if it is reduced all, low, if it becomes, it will be high positive correlation, because both are negative direction, high negative correlation, both are low. One high, one up, one low, one up, one up, one up. That is positive correlation. One is increasing, another one is another one example, high, low, I will tell you. The speed of riding a vehicle, high speed, hours will become reduced, right? Naturally, number of journey hour between Hyderabad to Vijayawada will be reduced. Speed of the vehicle is increased. That you are noting down. There are several circumstances. High. Your study hours is increasing. Your marks is also getting increased. High. These are situation I'm telling, not necessarily. So these are all the way correlation is helpful. Now this one. Now consciously, if I do all rand between, see, once again, if I start disturbing, now if I write 1, it will disturb. See, the value is changing. Any one cell, if I enter something, name, I'm typing, it is changing. The moment I touch the Excel sheet, it is changing. The same we can do consciously. How we can do consciously? Then I need to do manually. How I need to do manually? 2.5 hour. Perfectly, I will make you to work. Now there is correlation. We will highlight 2.5 or 3 hours. One person is studying 90 marks. Then 2.5 hours, one student is studying 80 marks. Then another person, 2 hours, the person is studying 75 marks. Then 1.5 hours, another student is studying. It is when it is reducing, another one is increasing. In that manner, it is coming. See, negative correlation. Now 1 hour, the person is studying 65 marks. 0.5 hours, the person is studying, 60 marks. Now, what to say, 0 hours, the person is studying, 20 marks, like this. So one is keep on reducing, another one is also reducing. If it is reducing, it will become negative correlation. One variable increasing, that another one is also increased. Now, here I am starting with the 64. Simply, there is no relationship. I am doing with the 65. Next 5, I am doing with the 70. Next 6, doing with the 75. Next 7, doing with the 80. Next 8, doing with the 85. Slowly you watch positive, negative to positive correlation I have brought. Next 9, next 90, positive correlation, 0.25. Next 10 hours studying, 100 marks. Something, my study hours is keep on increasing. My mark is also keep on increasing. That is the meaning, 100 marks. See, 0.4, moderately positive correlation it has come. Now the scale I have changed. 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 4, something like that. Now clearly, if we can start, I can make 100, one correlation I can make. Now I will start with 1 means 10 marks. Now 2, I am making 1, 2, 3 hours. 1 hour I studied, 10 mark I got. Then 2 hours I studied, here, okay, 5 I start. Then 10 marks, 2 hours. 3 hours I am studying, 15 marks. 4 hours, 20 marks. 5 hours, 25 marks. 6 hours, 30 marks. 5, the scale I am maintaining perfectly. That if you look at it, already 98 I have scored. 98 correlation. 8 hours, 40 marks. 9 hours, 45 marks. 10 hours, 50 marks. 11 hours, 55 marks. 12 hours, 60 marks. 13 hours I am studying, 65 marks. 14 hours I am studying, 70 marks. See, one correlation. Why? Because the scale I have maintained. Here scale is 1, 2, 3, 4, 14, 5, 10. Drastically I can reduce. After studying 14 hours, my teacher is giving 0 mark. Now see the correlation, 0.6. 14 hours if I study, if I get 0 mark, or one student is sitting and studying for 14 hours, that student is getting 0 mark. Because of that one single student, the correlation of the class has become 0.6. Now, at least if I give 50 marks, 0.6. If I give 70 marks, it becomes 1. This is the power of correlation. It's like a game. You yourself can learn high, low, low, high, like this Excel sheet. You can give oral. Then this is the formula. Range we need to give 2 range, comma. That's all. Easily we can do this simulation. This correlation is a point we were discussing. In this, what is important? In this correlation matter, each and every numerical variable correlation is possible only because I have shown no only floating or integer, it doesn't matter. Only on numerical data it is possible. That you yourself can understand through the simulation, whatever I worked. That's all. All of the independent variable, dependent variable, numerically if it is existing, your age and your salary, your age and your mark, your age and dose, IV injection, drip injection, dose, everything, that afternoon that calculate, that is part of your syllabus. So that program I have made, that I will be explaining in the afternoon session, Python program. So that all of the numerical, independent, dependent, wherever available, you need to find the correlation. It must be high correlation. That all variable will explain the predictability better. High correlation exists, result accuracy will be high, loss will be less. So again, machine learning world, what people are doing, all are doing nothing. We have discussed training and testing data, right? One is accuracy and loss. These two only people are sitting and predicting. Another 5-10 minutes we can wrap up. Accuracy and loss. Loss should be minimum, accuracy should be high. right? That is a usual business also. Loss is the guiding, loss helps the machine to learn. This is very big lesson. Many of the member will not tell this secret. How machine is learning is through loss. Loss is the guiding torch. This is a guiding torch for the machine to learn. How loss is helping? It is again mathematics. Accuracy or loss is mathematics. What will happen now? How AI works in 2 to 3 minutes, I will make you to understand. Here, data will be available. All of the mathematics will be applied one time. That is called pass or epoch. They will call pass or epoch. What is pass or epoch is one time data and mathematics working together. Only one time. One time data and mathematics will work together. Then loss will be calculated. Loss is calculated. The loss will be heavy. That loss information is to be informed. This is big mathematics again. It is optimization. Optimization will be helping. This is also again mathematics. Optimization techniques in machine learning. That is the subject last semester I taught. That is full of mathematics. It helps machine to learn again the pass or epoch data. It repeats. That's all. This is what happening. Nothing more happening. This is complete Gen AI, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Claude, whatever the tool you take, this is what happening. Even small data analytics, one project you are copy pasting from the internet for understanding purpose, you started learning. Everything happens through this only. What will happen? You are preparing training data. One testing data is not at all. From the training data or from the data, this is training data. This training data, one pass, one time, mathematics is working on the data or both are interacting to each other, data and mathematics. Then first interaction time, it calculates a loss, heavy loss it will be, because machine is repeatedly learning multiple epochs, 300 epochs, 1000 epochs, 500 epochs. ChatGPT and all unimaginable level of learning happening, or every AI bot. So then it calculates the loss. That loss is intimated to another mathematics, that is called optimization. Optimization will control again the training data, mathematics, pass and epoch, and adjust. Completely it adjusts. Learns, right? When you commit mistakes, see, whenever you are running a business, initially you will end up with loss. You will learn from that. This is the date, this is the time we must open the shop. We should not close it. Something like that you will learn. 6 o'clock in morning, if I open, 10 more customers are more. Some techniques, some tricks. This is how we need to advertise. You are from the high loss to day by day you are learning and you are coming out with a new technique to your business. You are reducing your loss, increasing your profit. Similarly, here also, data and mathematics will work together. This math is different. This is ML math. ML math is different. Optimization math is different. So finally, that ML math and training data will work together and calculate first time, one time. One time is called pass or epoch. It calculates the loss. It will be too much. The too much loss, it will go and cry to the optimization technique. Optimization technique will repeat and adjust and works and iterates and reduces the loss, increases the accuracy. This is what machine learning. Finally, mathematical point, if you are expecting me to tell, that's all machine learning. There is a data that cleaning that all different. There is a pass or epoch, mathematics and training data. Loss is calculated. Loss is guiding the mathematics called optimization techniques. That optimization techniques controls the mathematics and training data or regulates or whatever it does. The complete epoch, training after training after training, it is happening. Suppose I am teaching one mathematics, you are not able to understand. Again, I am conducting a test. Which are all the steps you are right, which are all the steps you are wrong, you are noting down. Again, you are relearning. Then again, you are appearing for exam. Now your loss will be minimized. It is like that. So now pass, epoch, training data, mathematics. There are two different mathematics will play a role. One is mathematics for machine learning. Another one is for optimization techniques for reducing the loss. So this is how the entire AI, machine learning, deep learning, it works. Whenever we work with simple Excel data, lesser amount of data, it is machine learning. Complex and larger data. Complex means image, ECG, EEG, signal, all signal data, EMG, these all. Then medical imaging. Then larger data, complex data, video data, eco data, and eco is some kind of what 3D medical data, 3D medical data. So these are mixed this data. This cannot be learned by machine learning. Then the role plays called deep learning. So without deep learning, it is not possible to learn. So whenever the data becomes complex, data is simple and smaller. Then machine learning. Data is complex and larger. Data is complex and larger. Then deep learning. That's all definition. So whenever we work, this is what we may need to keep in our mind. Now, this is what happening. Now we come back to only one point, that is correlation. Independent, dependent variable correlation must be high. Now there is one more technique called multicollinearity. Whenever linear regression, it is in the syllabus, pharmaceutical syllabus. That's why I'm emphasizing. What is multicollinearity is, correlation should not be between two independent variables. That will mislead the prediction. We need to identify which two variables has the high correlation. We need to remove one of them. We need to retain one. We need to remove another, retain one. Then which combination it is giving what to say, which combination it is giving complete high accuracy. We may need to work on it. 1 minute. Somebody started annotating. We may need to work on it. That is multicollinearity check. What is this multicollinearity? I will make you to understand. Now, at simultaneously 3 to 4 speakers, someone is highly commendable in machine learning than even me. Now, 2-3 people are simultaneously teaching to this audience. How the audience can able to listen, can able to understand? It will become noisy. That to move one person only can be a speaker. Whether the speaker has highest intellect or not, one person only to be accepted as a speaker. Multiple speakers are invited simultaneously. If start speaking, it will become noisy. Similarly, two independent variable, if it has high correlation, it is not accepted. It will be misleading the predictability. So any one should be kept it. That is called multicollinearity. Multicollinearity can be verified and validated through correlation, or another technique called inflation variation technique. One more, VIF, another technique. Variation in variation. VIF is another technique. There are one is correlation analysis, another one is VIF. It has different formula, that there is expansion. That's all. Now, feature engineering, dimensionality reduction, outlier, data transformation, like this. Every topic, theory, mathematics. Now, mathematics, nowhere I have touched, only theory. Theory, mathematics, coding. That's all. That is called machine learning. Whenever you want to learn any technique, start with the theory, then move on to mathematics, then coding. That's all. So then that model is understood thoroughly by the person. Next, one model we need to learn like that. Next, we need to move to another model. At least weekly one model if we learn, 3 to 5 models are enough. We can stop it. Not necessary to learn all the 1,000 models. Through that, any model, any situation comes, it is possible to learn. I initially started learning just 25 model, in and out, theory, math, coding. That's all. That 25 model is enough, more than sufficient to review any of the thesis, any of the Vivavacy, MTech project, BTech project, PhD thesis, PhD research work, or reviewing the research paper. It is more than sufficient because the fundamentals should be strong. 20 to 25 models. Being a AI specialist, I'm telling, I know only less than 30 models. Then other people just imagine just to 2 to 3 model enough, but I request you to go in depth, go in breadth. One model, theory, math, coding, flawless learning should happen. That is only one piece of advice I want to give it to you. One model, linear regression is a model. It is given in your syllabus. This model alone, you can put multiple video, you can watch multiple way, you can learn through AI, you can learn through blog post, through textbook, or through attending sessions, or whatever the method. Put enormous effort, continuously and consistently learn one model flawless. That model is given in your syllabus itself, that this is the only one model given. Linear regression. My journey in the machine learning is also started with the linear regression. What are all the circumstances linear regression will work? I have brought certain cases. See, data will now here stage this one. Quantitative, these all for linear regression. Because it is in the syllabus, that's why I'm giving. Quantitative structure activity relationship modeling, QSAR modeling. Linear regression is used to establish relationship between chemical properties of compounds and their biological activities. What are all the independent variable? Molecular weight, lipophilicity, log P, or hydrogen bond donors. Dependent variable, drug efficiency or binding affinity. Body, what is it, that protein, body protein and molecule protein should have the binding efficiency or affinity. Predict whether a newly designed molecule is likely to exhibit desired biological activity or not. For that, you must use linear regression. Then imagine, it is highly important work. Without this, pharmaceutical industry cannot produce any of the chemical or any of the medicine, any of the formulas, right? So this is one. Pharmacokinetics. Pharmacokinetics studies how a drug is absorbed, distributed, metabolized, and excreted. Any drug, when we eat, first it has to be absorbed by the cell or affected area, and it should not affect other areas also, other cells also, and it has to be distributed to all of the affected cells. Then that cell has to work on metabolize or heal, metabolize, then excrete. All of the waste or the medical waste need to be excreted from the body, that is ADME, because this all I taught. AA in healthcare, one of the subject I taught, pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamics is the topic I taught to my students 2 years back. This all I know. Predicting drug concentration in blood over time, estimating clearance rates, determining half-life relationship. So in this, predict plasma drug concentration, dose administered, patient age, patient weight, and renal function. So any dose, anyone when we are administering, we need to understand their renal capability. Is there any kidney disease? Are they undergo dialysis? Are their renal function is appropriate? What is the urine frequency? What is the quantity of urine they are urinating? Something that plays a major role in excreting the waste also and pharmaceutical extracts also. Dose response analysis. Linear regression can be used to evaluate how changes in dose affect therapeutic outcome. Independent variable, drug usage. Dependent variable, reduction in blood pressure. Manufacturing and quality control, process optimization. Here, linear regression is helpful to identify the factors that are affecting product quality of the product. One disease itself, multiple companies are producing a medicine that we know, right? Fever, well, just for fever, we have 100 plus tablet. Just for cold flu, we have 100 plus tablet. How we predict the quality of the medicine? Tablet hardness, compression force, granule moisture content, binder concentration, how that molecule, drug molecule binding concentration, these all design, quality by design. So regression models support regulatory requirement by quantifying relationship between process parameters and critical quality attributes. And then pharmaceutical sales and market analytics. This is very rudimentary level. Then healthcare outcome, treatment effectiveness analysis, treatment duration, medication adherence, age, and comorbidities. So what is comorbidities? Medications prescribed for one condition might negatively interact with the treatments for another. So one person may be having multiple disease. So one condition may negatively influence the another also. So these are all the way we can predict regression analysis or regression modeling. So these are all the scenarios I have brought. These all, if you are having the data, coding and explanation, understanding well ahead before teaching to students, these all of the case study can be taught in the class. Students will be performing much better. So with that, I'm concluding morning session. We will meet again around 3 p.m. again. So over to the host, and if you have any questions, you can come forward. Faculty members can pose any question. Meanwhile, one of the comment I want to, AI is expected to become a routine tool in community, hospital and industrial pharmaceutical setting rather than replacing pharmacist. Yes, sir, absolutely. Always, even education and medical, doctor cannot be replaced. It will become a second opinion. For example, my husband had undergone mitral valve surgery. I have taken 5 doctors' opinion. Nowadays, instead of 5 doctors, 2 doctors are enough. AI opinion I would have taken. Those days, Salem, Bangalore, Coimbatore, I have taken 5 different doctors' opinion. Then surgery happened in Salem Hospital, Gokulam Hospital. It is like that, sir. Now, instead of 5 medical expert, I can seek AI expert. AI also can be treated as one of the human expert. It is like that, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Welcome, sir. In all of the industry, AI will be helpful, or AI becomes a companion, AI becomes an advisor, AI becomes the fast simulator, AI become like a fast calculator, AI become a fast coder. It is like that. So now ChatGPT or Claude, the scenario, whatever I have given, if you feed, automatically it will tell the data source, automatically it will code, and that code you can copy paste. The way I am working afternoon, that you can copy paste, you can work. These are all the way AI is becoming companion. Now another way, that is what drug discovery they are telling, no? Drug discovery, just to look at on the planet Earth, crores together plants are available. How many people knows the benefit of all of the plant, name of the plant? We don't know. We cannot go and analyze each and every plant, right? Instead, that properties can be taken from AI. That property, this property can interact. Human drug protein, human drug protein interaction, human protein interaction. These all we can simulate. Earlier, it is very difficult. We need to experiment with thousands of patients. The cost involved, the loss involved, death involved was more. Now that all can be simulated with AI without avoiding death, avoiding the cost. Originally, we may have certain idea of drug molecules. We may start manufacturing, but at the end of the day, it will not work. Then the entire medical drug distillation process, entire manufacturing process will become waste. The cost involved will become waste. Now that complete drug simulation, the drug bonding interaction and human protein and this disease cell and drug protein interaction, these all can be simulated well ahead using AI. This is how AI is becoming complementary, not replacement. For the pharmaceutical industry, or even to teach to your students, these all are the way we can include AI augment into our teaching, into our research. That's all. Yeah, drastically it will transform, Professor. This AI transform the future of pharmaceutical industry. Highest people are waiting for quantum computer to arrive. The modern day supercomputer, every computer failed for computing on larger data with larger computational effort. You would have read recent article. What is the recent happening is, let me stop this screen sharing. At the end, one more time, I will share the material for the benefit of the audience. I'm sharing, no need to depend on the organizing team. I usually deal directly with the audience. This is the material, today's material. You can, this material minimum one full day I need to have handle it with theory, math, and coding. Now may not be possible, but this is a good beginning to start. Nowhere this kind of extracted information you will be getting. You can preserve this material. Always you will feel it as a valuable one. What is the recent happening is recent hot news is people, all of the industries started slicing the lay. They started giving layoffs, slicing their employees. They started depending on AI. Claude, Meta, Microsoft, so many people, right? Now all of the companies are realizing, they started crying. How the AI companies are crying is the consumption of electricity, the consumption of water, cooling system. One query, just casually, if you ask, write a love letter to my lover, just one prompt, if you inject, that ingestion itself will consume 200 liter of water. Your one single query, ChatGPT query, Claude query, you casual query, useless query, research query, it doesn't matter. One query is consuming 200. I am just sarcastically telling you, don't take that number and all. 200 liters of water it is drinking just to answer to your one single prompt. So what people, they have given the budget of running that software, Claude, keep it Claude or Copilot. They have kept the budget. Within 8 months, that budget is completely exhausted, it seems, because huge electricity bill they are not able to bear. So now all of the AI industries rethinking, they are discussing to cut down this or to shut down this. Now AI is going to be cut down or AI is to be shut down. That level they started. So now that industry experts, they are telling substituting human employee is much better than taking AI for doing the work and automation. That realization is happening now only. Past 3-4 years, AI was rocking. So this situation can be solved and taken advantage of AI and bringing lot of inventions or breakthrough research in medical industry, pharmaceutical industry will happen only when quantum computer is ready, only when quantum computing is becoming possible in the ground reality. So now the hope and the shift is moved towards quantum computing. It will take couple more years to reach that maturity level. Then the pharmaceutical industry will be highly advancing. AI, of course, required. Quantum alone cannot do. Quantum will increase the speed, reduce the power consumption. That's all. So, blend of classical computer, quantum computer, and AI. These are computing machines. Quantum or laptop or supercomputer, nothing to do. AI will exist always. Then quantum, these all comes. Maybe different landscape of paradigm will happen. Periodically, we need to attend what to say this FDP. Periodically, your affiliated universities will keep changing the regulation. That is our unavoidable fate of the academicians or industry. Right? What is the
Thank you,
answer?
ma'am, for the wonderful session. Thank you. And we will proceed in the afternoon by
Yeah. Thank you
3
very much.
p.m. onwards. And if you have any queries, please post in the chat box. And please, one more question is there from our department, K. Jyoti.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insightful session. It was very enriching, ma'am. I have one question, ma'am. Can you differentiate between AI, deep learning, and machine learning, ma'am? Only one word about three things. Ma'am, can you unmute your microphone?
Yes. AI is expert system rule based. That AI very few field only existing. Forget about that. AI is a holistic terminology. Machine learning, I have typed and demonstrated in my material. It is there. Whenever data is smaller, whenever data is simpler, machine learning. Whenever data is complex, where data is larger, deep learning. What is complex data? All of the medical imaging, X-ray, MRI, CT scan, PET scan, these all are complex medical imaging data. That all, see, for example, heart arteries, 8.9 impact factor, one paper has come that I have given review. I was struggling to review that paper. More than 15 days I have taken continuously, putting effort in understanding and given the review comment. First paper, I was struggling. That heart artery segmentation. So that is complex data. Then we need to go for deep learning. ECG, EEG, EMG, all of the medical biosignal processing are mixed data. Then 3D medical video data. 3D video data is also available. Echo data, heart echo data. These all mandatorily we must use deep learning. Whenever data is available in the form of simple text or whenever data is available in the form of Excel, it's very colloquial level answer I'm giving. Simpler and smaller, larger and complex. This much only we should talk. But for your understanding, I'm telling, whenever Excel data, whenever we are working, machine learning, whenever thousands of image, COVID lung image, COVID CT scan, COVID PET scan, MRI scan, something whenever we are working, we must work on deep learning only. Neural network, whenever we are using, that is a mathematical model. Whenever neural network we are using, that is called deep learning. Situation is complex data, larger data, video data, audio data, image data, and signal data. That's all. These all. Then large corpus like ChatGPT. Entire medical information we need to feed to the AI or the machine. Then it is called as again deep learning.
Yes.
That's all. This is the answer. Finally, we can.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Now we will come to the end of the session. Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful time and sharing your knowledge with us. And also, I thank all the participants for participating in the FTP. And also, the session will be followed by the afternoon also at 3 p.m. And we will be having a wonderful session in the afternoon also on the Python programming. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you for everyone. Thank you, one and all. We will meet again 3 o'clock. Bye.
Sure, we'll meet again, ma'am.
Yeah, have a nice lunch.